It is time for Night of Champions here on WWE 2K14 Universe Mode. My name is Brendan, and we've got a huge show. We've got a huge card for you guys, and I'm excited. I hope you guys enjoyed that little opening clip, just to give you guys a bit of a preview. And of course, if you want to see the two main event matchup promos, you can go check them out on my channel. Of course, they will be played later on in this video as well. But I'm just giving you guys a quick look at who are our champions, and you've seen the card. You know who's going to be taking each other on, so it's actually looking like a really good show. So here we go. We have the United States Championship triple threat matchup. R-Truth taking on Santino and The Miz. R-Truth the champion, of course. AJ Lee will take on Layla for the Divas Championship. And next up, Intercontinental Championship will be on the line. Kofi Kingston will take on Wade Barrett. Will Jack Swagger have a tag team partner to take on The Shield, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns for the WWE Tag Team Championships? We're going to have to wait and find out for that one. But at the moment, all the signs are kind of pointing towards yes, he will have one. But we'll have to wait and see if he does, in fact, get one. I Quit matchup. Rey Mysterio will take on Cara, the battle of two former tag team partners, now turned enemies. And the WWE Championship is on the line. Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman will take on CM Punk. And that is the first of our two main events. Here's the second one. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line as Mark Henry defends against the Big Show. For the first time ever, SmackDown gets the main event of a pay-per-view show. Now that is awesome, and let's go ahead and play the first matchup. Of course, we play every single match on the show. We just simulate the matches. We sit back and watch the action. So here we go with the first matchup. And here we go with the United States Championship is on the line. Here is the champion, R-Truth, and he will be defending his championship in a triple threat matchup. R-Truth, honestly, has been a very good United States champion. He won the championship, I think, around about Money in the Bank time, and ever since he's won that championship belt, he's been unstoppable. He won it on an episode of Raw a while back, and ever since he's just been plowing through the competition. And this is an interesting build-up, and we'll get into it in a moment, but I really enjoyed this build-up towards this matchup, and it's going to be interesting to see if R-Truth can keep his momentum going and actually get the win here against Santino Marella and The Miz. Who've got two guys who know a thing or two about the United States Championship. Of course, Santino Marella, here he is, held the championship for a long time. Extreme Rules all the way up to when R-Truth took the championship. So he had a good United States Championship reign. And ever since, we honestly haven't been able to get him away from that United States Championship, because at SummerSlam, if you guys remember, not long ago, the last pay-per-view, which was SummerSlam, Santino Marella had a one-on-one matchup against R-Truth, and Santino won by a countout. Yes, a countout. And it was entirely his fault. We got a bit of a laugh out of that, but this man is no laughing matter. Here comes The Miz, and he really made things personal with himself and R-Truth to get himself in this matchup. But he does deserve to be here, I will admit. I think he won a fair few matches to earn the right to be in this match. So I think by all means he does in fact deserve to be in this matchup. And The Miz and Santino have had a couple of matches on pay-per-view before, so they know a thing or two about each other. They've had many battles in the past few weeks as well. So this should be a very interesting one, because we've seen all three guys battle it out before, and it's going to be interesting to see which one gets out with the gold here tonight. My money would have to be on R-Truth, even though Santino has won himself and earned himself into this matchup. Pretty much what happened, Santino just kept on winning and winning and winning. And, a lot of you guys felt as though it was only fair that Santino got a rematch because of the fact that, hey, he didn't actually lose at SummerSlam. He won by a countout. So really, he kind of deserves a rematch, doesn't he? And I tended to agree. I thought, okay, yeah, he probably does deserve a rematch. So we kind of put it to the test with him. We said, all right, if you want your rematch, you have to start winning some matches. So Paul Heyman kept putting him in these matches to try and prove himself, and he kept on winning. So, and where's The Miz? Well, interesting one. We played R-Truth versus Dean Ambrose on a Raw episode, and at the end of the match, after R-Truth got the win, after beating Dean Ambrose, Wade Barrett came out and attacked R-Truth, sending him a signal that, hey, I want the championship. But he wasn't wanting the United States Championship, because The Miz came out next to Wade Barrett and kind of pointed at R-Truth, and we saw immediately that those two guys had teamed up to try and take out R-Truth, as well as R-Truth Kofi Kingston, because Wade Barrett just lost his Intercontinental Championship. So Wade Barrett's way of getting back at Kofi Kingston was attacking Kofi's friend R-Truth, and Kofi Kingston kind of retaliated, wasn't too happy, and we've seen The Miz and Wade Barrett teaming up to try and take out R-Truth and Kofi Kingston over the past couple of weeks, so that's been very interesting to see. So this new alliance between R-Truth and Wade Barrett has certainly, I don't know, it's got a lot of people talking. I don't know what exactly they're trying to achieve here. I think, they're just teaming up for the short term to win their respective championships that they desire, but good luck to them. I think it's going to be tough for The Miz here, having to beat Santino and R-Truth, but Wade Barrett has a one-on-one contest later on to take on Kofi Kingston for the Intercontinental Championship, and I'm very much so looking forward to that match. I think that's going to be a good one, because we do remember Kofi Kingston took Wade Barrett's championship after just a small 5-day reign. He won that in episode 2 of our Universe mode on WWE 2K14. He won that in the steel cage matchup, so that was an interesting match. If you want to go check that out, it is on my channel, of course. That and every other WWE 2K14, and if you want to go back even further, WWE 13 Universe mode videos are all available on my channel, and you just have to search up or go on the playlist. There's 2 playlists, one for WWE 13 and one for 2K14. And you can find all the videos right there as R-Truth takes it to Santino, planting him down on the mat there. A nice little maneuver. But he's going for a pinfall, but The Miz is standing right up. There's no way. That's one of the real key factors we have to note on here in a triple threat matchup, is that there's a third guy. You've got to take 2 guys out to get the pinfall, not just one. You've got to try and keep the other one away, and while you try and pinning the other guy. So that's certainly a difficult situation. We saw there quite blatantly that R-Truth still had The Miz to worry about, and as well as Santino. So that's a bit of a problem as Santino and R-Truth team up. We saw a bit of teaming up in the promo video between all 3 of these guys. You kind of teaming up with a little bit of everybody. Just that really is no kind of friends here. I think they just all want one thing, and that's the US Championship. And I'm very interested to see who's going to walk out with this belt. I mean, The Miz has actually proved himself into this match. I think he's won enough matches for my liking to get his way in here, and I think it was only fair that Santino joined him as well. And R-Truth, well, we know how good of a US champion he's been, so it's very, very tough to decide who's going to win this one. But so far, it's kind of a little bit of everybody here. The Miz is staggering at the moment, not sure where he is, whereas R-Truth and Santino battling it out. And now R-Truth and The Miz. We've seen those two in the team up before in the Real as a tag team. Now they were teaming up, bringing back some old memories there. So, interesting one here. I mean, The Miz and Wade Barrett really certainly looked very vicious and really wanting to try and take out both Kofi and R-Truth. They're desperately wanting these championships. The Miz, he's actually been a part of some big matches on our Universe mode. Of course, he and John Cena had a matchup for the WWE Championship in the past. So it's been all kind of action here. We've seen a lot of The Miz and championship matches. He's had a few battles with Santino. He's had many opportunities, but he hasn't been able to win any of them. So not a good record for The Miz so far. But I'm sure he's looking to improve on that record here at the pay-per-views and try and get a win here. As, of course, we have a big card. I mean, you saw the card earlier. It's going to be a really good show. I think the 2 main events later on are going to be kick-ass, and I hope you guys have been enjoying what I've kind of done on 2K14 so far. I know the reception, the response has been fantastic, as the skull-crushing finale has been hit by The Miz, but R-Truth stops The Miz from trying to get a pinfall there. Maybe R-Truth can try and take out The Miz and sneak a pinfall here on Santino, but instead he goes straight back at R-Truth. And he can quick roll up here, and a rope break, so R-Truth will survive this match for now. And another double team, so there's been plenty of double teams in this matchup. Very interesting to see that. I didn't think there would be that many, but that certainly proved me wrong. Really, they just want to win the championship. No matter how they do it, they just want it badly, as The Miz not looking too flash at the moment. And beautiful drop kick. And R-Truth with the little Jimmy on The Miz. I think that's going to do it. Miz has been busted. Here we go, 3 count, that's it. R-Truth retains. Just like that, out of nowhere. Little Jimmy, get out of here. R-Truth retains the United States Championship over Santino Marella and The Miz here at Night of Champions. Only on WWE 2K14, only on my Universe mode. And I hope you guys enjoyed that match. One thing I really would love for you guys to do on this video is to comment down below what exactly was your favorite matchup on the show. I would love to know which matchup you guys are thinking, and make sure you use the new whole comments crap that Google Plus and YouTube are trying to push out, as the whole thumbs up thing. I know that's been around for ages, but it seems they've been getting used a lot more now. So just thumbs up some other guys' comments if you agree as well, and just have a bit of a conversation about the show. I'd really appreciate some comments. I've actually linked my channel to Google Plus now, so I'll be able to respond now. I caved in. I actually went ahead and did that, but R-Truth there has done it. He is now, well, still the United States champion, but he continues his good record as of late on pay-per-view and well, just in every match in general. He's been killing it, and the next matchup is sure to be a good one as well. I'm looking forward to this one as we look to go ahead and check out a Divas matchup. We don't get to see the Divas very often, so this is a rare opportunity to see AJ Lee take on Layla for the Divas Championship. So a rare opportunity for some Divas action. Here we go. Let's do it. And here we go. Divas Championship. Now, we do know that this has been a very interesting build-up and a hard-fought build-up for Layla, because not only did she have to win a #1 contenders matchup, she had to win 2 to earn the right to get into this matchup. So certainly a hard-fought build-up for Layla. But AJ Lee, ever since winning the Divas Championship, has really just been kind of unstoppable, to be honest. I mean, she really has been a very strong competitor. We don't get to see Divas action very often. That's probably by choice. I don't really like to play the Divas matches very often. They don't really interest me. And I do keep putting them on the card, though. I do progress the storylines or whatever in that way. But we always get one at the pay-per-views, and that's all that kind of matters, really. So here is Layla, and she really has improved and impressed since coming in to our roster. And she's earned her way into this Divas Championship matchup and looking to capture the championship by taking out AJ Lee here on Night of Champions. And she has a good opportunity. I mean, I think she could potentially do this. I mean, we've seen, technically AJ Lee did lose the championship at SummerSlam to Brie Bella, so AJ Lee realistically doesn't actually deserve to be the champion. But what happened is we don't have Brie Bella in our game, so we had to give the championship back to AJ Lee. Otherwise, we'd just be stuck. So realistically, I should have vacated the championship looking back now, but we just pretended that SummerSlam match didn't ever happen. But when the Superstar Pack does come out and we do get a Brie Bella, then I will actually probably put Brie Bella straight in the championship scene, I'd say. Probably give her a championship matchup that she technically does in fact deserve. So we'll have to wait and see for that one. But for now, we do have the Divas action, and we have AJ taking it to Layla. And while I'm here, guys, 1,000 subscribers was hit on my channel, and I will have to thank you guys for doing that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a 1,000 subscriber video or anything special for it yet, but if you guys want to see me do something for it, then I do have an idea in mind for what I was going to do, but I don't know. But I just want to say a quick thank you while I'm here, just to say thanks very much for that fantastic milestone. It means a lot to me that you guys have gone out and subscribed to my channel. And I hope you guys keep enjoying the videos that I've been producing, and keep watching, because that would mean the world to me. So thanks very much, and let's continue the show as AJ and Layla, hard-fought battle here with Layla. A nice little counter there to AJ, taking her down, and looking good at the moment. And ooh, nice little knee right to the head there of AJ Lee. Divas Championship on the line, and I think we could have a new Divas Champion, to be honest. And I've been trying to kind of predict, who's going to win this one, and it was tough to predict the first matchup. But giving my my guess here, considering AJ actually lost at SummerSlam, and she's been derailed a little bit, lost a lot of momentum, you could argue that Layla could be the favourite to win this one, considering she had to win 2 #1 contenders matches to get into this matchup. So you could argue that, hey, it might be Layla's turn to shine here. It might be Layla's turn to walk out as the champion. If that's the case, well, we could in fact have a new Divas champion here at Night of Champions. So that's a very interesting equation right there. But for now, AJ is actually looking pretty good, but Layla not looking too bad either. So it's an even matchup at the moment. And saw in the promo video, both of these two, just getting one up on each other and just attacking each other from behind. So a nice little clip there. Of course, I hope you guys do enjoy those promo videos I put together. I actually didn't upload the first one earlier in the video, but I hope you guys enjoyed that little clip. And if you want to see more of those promo videos for the Universe Mode videos, make sure you go ahead and let me know, and I'll continue to do them for you guys. It's no real worries to me to do them. I enjoy doing them. I think they always turn out pretty well. So just keep up the good comments and the good feedback, and you'll keep seeing more. And of course, if you have any comments or suggestions or ideas on what I should do for my Universe Mode, feel free to let me know. I know a lot of you guys have been saying, Brendan, bring back Goldberg, bring back Batista, bring back The Undertaker, give me this guy, give me this guy, give me this guy. And I have to address that now. That's not going to happen. The fact is that this Universe Mode is based around the current day WWE. We do make the odd exception or two, but realistically, if they're not currently in the WWE at the moment, then they are not on my roster. So that's kind of the deal, and we try and make the rosters how they are in the real. In some circumstances, we do change it up, like we did that little trade-off with Daniel Bryan and Chris Jericho and etc. Before. So in some circumstances, we do adapt and change up the way things are to kind of make things more interesting. But for the most part, it is all based around current day rosters and things like that. So if they're not in the WWE, don't bother asking me for them. Then you're not going to get them. But you never know. I know you guys could argue, well, hey, Undertaker's in the WWE, Triple H is in the WWE. Why aren't they in matches? Well, yes, they are, but they're not a full-time guy. And I know you can say, well, Brock Lesnar and The Rock aren't full-time. Yes, they weren't originally on my roster. They came in at a later date, as AJ gets a 2 count. They came in at a later date. So, AJ's got that Black Widow submission hold here. I think that's going to be it. We've seen so many Divas tap out to this submission hold. I think it's only inevitable now for Layla. She's been in it for quite some time. She's going to tap. No, she gets out of it, or AJ breaks the hold. I'm not too sure, but Layla survives. Could be a big mistake there from AJ. And Layla, nice little elbow down. And I think she might be looking to finish AJ off here. Here we go. And, a kick right to the head. That's it. That's surely got to be it. Here we go. Here we go with the cover. 1, 2, get out of here. That's a 3 count. New Divas champion. First title change of the night with Layla getting the W over AJ Lee, who all of a sudden is on a downward spiral. A couple of losses on pay-per-view in a row now. Maybe could be the end of AJ's reign of dominance. Well, it certainly is now at the end of her Divas Championship reign, because she's now lost the championship once again to a diva, and that's this diva this time is Layla. So Brie Bella is waiting for Layla, but she was waiting for AJ Lee, but she's going to get Layla anyways. But new Divas champion, so congratulations to Layla. Big victory. She came into this matchup with a lot of momentum. She did very, very well to get into this matchup, and she's been plowing through the competition, and I'm sure AJ Lee would love a rematch for that championship. And of course, the next pay-per-view is Hell in a Cell. Looking forward to that one. That should be a cracker of a pay-per-view. So, looking forward to that, as I think that's it for this matchup. Layla walks out as the Divas champion, and the next matchup is one I've been very much so looking forward to. It is going to be Kofi Kingston taking on Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental Championship. That matchup is sure to be good, and that matchup is coming up right now. So, Kofi Kingston, the new Intercontinental Champion, taking on the former Intercontinental Champion, Wade Barrett. Alright, so let's just talk about the build-up towards this one, and we'll start at towards SummerSlam. So we had Kofi Kingston coming into SummerSlam as the Intercontinental Champion, and what happened in the build-up towards SummerSlam is it was a story about who laid out Kofi Kingston. I mean, who took out Kofi Kingston before his match? Who took him out? And we were all wondering who the hell is it going to be, and it just happened to be at the time that Wade Barrett was plowing through the mid-card division, beating Christian, Rhodes, David Sandow, you name it, he was beating them. He was really looking good. And all the signs kind of led towards Wade Barrett. All of a sudden that he was in the title frame. He'd never been in the title frame before. And he got himself a championship matchup. And we soon then found out it was actually Wade Barrett that laid out Kofi Kingston. At SummerSlam, Wade Barrett and Kofi Kingston finally met at a match. And Wade Barrett got the win. And was the new Intercontinental Champion. We went to the first SmackDown of our Universe Mode episode 2 of Universe Mode on WWE 2K14. And Wade Barrett and Kofi Kingston had a steel cage match for the Intercontinental Championship. So it was Kofi Kingston's rematch. He cashed in his rematch clause there and had a match against Wade Barrett. And Kofi Kingston managed to climb out of the cage and win the championship back. So ending Wade Barrett's 5-day reign as the Intercontinental Champion. And Kofi Kingston now comes in to this pay-per-view as the Intercontinental Champion, a 2-time Intercontinental Champion in our Universe Mode, and has held the championship all but 5 days in our Universe Mode. So from back in April all the way now to the end of September, except for 5 days. So pretty impressive, if you ask me. So really, he's been the man. He really has been the man on our Universe Mode, and I'm very impressed with how well he has actually done. And you got to kind of give credit where credit is due. You know, he keeps on winning, keeps finding a way to win and win and win and win. And with that, I mean, I guess he kind of deserves that Intercontinental Championship at the moment. As we see, this is a tight contest so far, and the match is just starting up. And Kofi Kingston throwing Wade Barrett in the corner. Wade Barrett's going to be pretty pissed off. I mean, he only had a 5-day championship reign as the IC champ. This rivalry between him and Kofi really is heating up. He had to get Kofi Kingston's attention by attacking his friend R-Truth, which made it a little bit more personal between these two, and of course add R-Truth and The Miz into the mix. And we had a 2-on-2 situation here for the past few weeks on our Universe Mode, and it really has kind of heated up a little bit here, and it really has become a bit of a personal battle. It's become more than just the Intercontinental Championship. These two guys just don't like each other, and they want to beat the crap out of each other, which is fair enough. I mean, they're doing just that now. They get a good opportunity to do it here, and I think it'll be interesting to see if Wade Barrett wins this championship. Then are we going to see Kofi Kingston and Wade Barrett go at it again for the championship? I mean, Hell in a Cell is coming up. We could see it again there, but we could have another SmackDown episode, and Kofi Kingston could win it back again, and we could see Wade Barrett get another opportunity. So really, this could go back and forth until we do have a clear, distinct winner. And at the moment, Kofi Kingston has an opportunity to remove Wade Barrett from this title picture if he can knock him off in this matchup at Night of Champions and retain the IC Championship. And of course, up next is the Tag Team Championship matchup. As well as that, we have the I Quit match and the two main events of the CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar and Mark Henry versus the Big Show, all for their respective World Championship belts. So that is sure to be good. I'm looking forward to those two matches, but for now, we still have Kofi Kingston, who's got Wade Barrett. I thought he was going to go for a submission hold, but just attacking those legs. So wearing down those legs, maybe trying to slow Wade Barrett down so Kofi Kingston can kind of use his fast maneuvers. As Wade Barrett has Kofi up, but Kofi with a nice counter with a face plant there on Wade Barrett. Taking Barrett down. Barrett now groggy. And Wade Barrett, nice little counter there. And Kofi Kingston doing the same thing. So identical move there from Kofi Kingston. And really, I mean, Kofi Kingston has been the perfect champion. Every pay-per-view, he just continues to overcome the odds and just win and win and win. I mean, he's had some stiff competition, no doubt about that. So it hasn't been easy going for him, but he's managed to do it. But now I think we've got probably perhaps Swagger if he can't win the championship tonight. Cesaro back in the mix. So we've got some new guys for Kofi Kingston perhaps he needs to take on, and maybe even Ryback or even Chris Jericho can move back in the IC title mix. We don't know. But I think Kofi Kingston's got the hardest road ahead of him yet if he can't win tonight. And if he wins tonight, he's got the hardest road ahead of him because, you know, there's really more competition now than ever for him to and Wade Barrett, as I was saying, that pins Kofi Kingston with a tilt-the-world slam. I was not expecting the pin at all, and now Wade Barrett has won the championship I was about to say Kofi Kingston, but he won. He's got a hard road ahead of him, but he didn't win. Wade Barrett gets the win, surprising me. Didn't even have to hit that bullhammer elbow. I was just about to touch on the importance of that elbow and how effective it could be. But Wade Barrett, look at that. Kofi Kingston unable to survive this match. Maybe the past few weeks, the toll of all the attacks and brutal matches that he's had has worn him down, and now Wade Barrett has come in here and snuck a quick victory, taking out Kofi Kingston nice and quick, and he has managed to win back his Intercontinental Championship that he just lost 3 weeks ago. So congratulations to Wade Barrett. He is now a two-time Intercontinental Champion on our Universe mode, as we now await the next matchup, and I understand that Jack Swagger is standing by with Michael Cole. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Jack Swagger. Jack, Twitter's been running wild. Everybody wants to know, do you have a tag team partner tonight to take on the WWE Tag Team Champions, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins? Well, thanks to Antonio, I've had to walk into this tag team matchup by myself tonight. I've been asking around trying to find a partner all week, but I'm going to tell you right now, I do have a tag team partner, so let's do this. Well, you heard it there, Jack Swagger does in fact have a tag team partner to take on these two men, The Shield, who are the current WWE Tag Team Champions, and have held these championships ever since, I believe it was Money in the Bank, and have not looked back. These two guys have been dominating ever since, and they rightfully so deserve these Tag Team Championships, no doubt about that. I think they're going to be tough to beat tonight, no matter who Jack Swagger does bring out, which I do not know who it is. Jack Swagger hasn't been saying anything, so it's going to be interesting to see who it is. And a lot of you guys were leaving some comments and trying to predict who it was, so let's just see who in fact got it correct. I don't know if any of you did. We'll have to wait and see, but all I know is Jack Swagger, thank God he has a partner, otherwise this could have been a bit of a brutal matchup for him, going in against The Shield in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Now that would be tough to do, but Cesaro of course walked out on Jack Swagger. We'll get into that in a moment and Jack Swagger of course won a number one contenders match by himself to earn himself into this matchup. So very, very brave effort from Jack Swagger, and whoever his partner is, I'm sure will aid him quite nicely into this matchup. And I think Swagger, even if he doesn't win tonight, you still got to commend him for his effort to get himself into this matchup. And I don't know who it's going to be. We've got to wait and see. But any moment now, we will find out who will take on The Shield and accompany Jack Swagger in his corner. All right. So it's definitely not going to be Cesaro unless they pull a swerve on us. But let's have a look. Who's it going to be? Oh, no way. No way. You've got to be kidding. It's him. It's really him. It's Hulk Hogan. You've got to be kidding. No way. Jack Swagger has got the real American himself and Hulk Hogan to come out here and accompany him in this tag team matchup. Oh, it's the real American himself. You've got to be kidding me. And that was one name I was not expecting. And I think it was actually one comment that I got saying it was going to be Hulk Hogan. So if that was you, pat yourself in the back. You guessed correctly. Hulk Hogan is here, and he is back in the WWE, and the first time we've ever seen him on our Universe mode. Welcome back, Hulkster. And well, it's great to have him back, but it's business time now. This is a tag team championship matchup. The titles are on the line, so it's not a reunion match or anything like that. Not a dream or comeback match. This is a championship matchup, and this is a very important matchup. No doubt about it for Jack Swagger, who wants to be the WWE Tag Team Champions desperately. I mean, look at the performance that he put in against primetime players to get himself in this matchup. 2-on-1 handicap matchup after Antonio Cesaro, I don't know, just walked out. Jack Swagger, I think, went for a tag, and Cesaro said, no, stuff it, I'm out of here, I don't want this. And why Cesaro did that, I don't know. Maybe he wants to pursue a singles career, or maybe he's got another tag team in mind, but I have no idea. But it left Jack Swagger high and dry to fend for himself, and somehow Swagger managed to hold on in a handicap matchup and beat the primetime players by himself, which was incredible. I didn't think he'd be able to do that, but he got the job done, and he's found himself a tag team partner. I think we saw the pre-match interview that he was very confident with himself. He thought, yep, I'm going to be just fine. And, well, with Hulk Hogan in your corner, you'd probably have to think so. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens if Swagger, in fact, does win the tag team championships. Will he pursue Antonio Cesaro? Or if he loses tonight, will he go after Cesaro instead of pursuing a tag team with Hulk Hogan? But we don't know if Hulk Hogan will be here. I think this could be a one-off appearance, but if he wins the championship belts, maybe he'll come back for more. I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out what our general manager Paul Heyman has to say, or maybe the authority itself. But what I know from now is only a one-off appearance from Hulk Hogan to help out Jack Swagger, and he hasn't assigned to an official contract or anything like that. But we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens, what pans out in the next episode of Universe Mode, which will be on Monday Night Raw. And when that will be, you have to wait and see. Just make sure you are subscribed to my channel so you did not go and miss it. And I would really appreciate if you guys supported this video. Of course, I'm probably going to be asking for a like a lot, but if you could leave a like, and if you really like it that much, a favorite would be pretty cool too. I don't get many favorites, so leave a favorite. That'd be sweet. I mean, we got freaking Hulk Hogan in our Universe Mode, and I just got done talking about how I don't add anybody that's not from the current era into my Universe Mode, and here we go, adding Hulk Hogan. But I think we could actually end up seeing Hulk Hogan soon in the WWE. I'm not a Hulk Hogan fan myself. Maybe 20 years ago it might have been, but I wasn't born 20 years ago. But I'm not a Hulk Hogan fan, and never will be from now on. But when he did make some appearances back in like 2005 or whatever, you know, those one-off appearances, I thought that was cool. That was pretty cool, but it's a bit overkill now. It's like, fuck off, Hulk. Fuck off. We don't need you anymore. But it's good to have him back in our Universe Mode, and we have a lot of legends that we could use, and I know you guys have been, saying, get him in. So, you never know. You never know in Universe Mode who exactly is going to come out, and this is all Jack Swagger's doings here, so who knows. But Swagger at the moment, not looking too good. He's been a bit isolated here from the Shield. Nice little Russian leg sweep there from Roman Reigns. The Shield are working so well as a tag team in the past couple of months. They really have improved and become the top tag team in the WWE, no doubt about that. Those championship belts they have around their waist certainly proves that. And Swagger and Hulk haven't teamed up before. Jack Swagger just got himself into a routine with Antonio Cesaro. Those two guys were just starting to kind of click together. Of course, they had a matchup against the Shield. It was the Real Americans versus the Shield at SummerSlam, and the Shield were able to beat the Real Americans. And you just thought the Real Americans, if they had one more shot, had a little bit more time, that they could probably get it done. But for some reason, Cesaro has walked out on Swagger, and I really want to know why. I think we'll probably find out on the next SmackDown. But like I said, if the new Real Americans don't win tonight, will Swagger go after Cesaro? I think Swagger might go after Cesaro regardless. So that'll be an interesting build-up. Of course, speaking of tag teams betraying each other, we have Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara coming up next. That's exactly what fits the mold there. Two tag teams that were on the same page, were starting to build up, start to gain some momentum, and perhaps they were finally looking as though they could get a tag team title shot. Then Rey Mysterio split and said, nope, fuck you, Sin Cara, I'm out. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I don't know, maybe Sin Cara, botched a move or something. I think maybe Sin Cara botched or something, and Rey Mysterio was pissed off. Or maybe Rey Mysterio torn his ligament in his knee from getting out of the chair, and he felt as though he couldn't produce his best ability as a tag team wrestler anymore. I don't know. But they have an I Quit match, and that'll be up next as well. And Hulk Hogan kicks out a 2 there from a close predicament there from Seth Rollins. It'll be a shame to see Hulk Hogan lose this one in his big return matchup, but it possibly could happen. I really can't see the Shield losing here, even with Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, not really glorified singles wrestler, tag team wrestler by all means. He's more of a singles guy, so not really the best tag team guy for Jack Swagger to choose from. But nonetheless, it's still a good choice in my opinion. It certainly
suits the real American mold, and certainly shocked me. I didn't think Hulk Hogan would ever appear in my universe mode by all means, and I'm sure a lot of you guys didn't think either. So it'd be good to see Hulk Hogan get the big win here, as he has Roman Reigns' arm, and he's working away on it, trying to just wear down Roman Reigns, the big man. These two guys are two big guys. Hulk Hogan has a bit of height advantage on Roman Reigns. As Swagger's still in the corner, thank God. Man, I thought Swagger didn't get a tag earlier on. It could have been all over pretty quickly. But now Hulk Hogan is working away on Roman Reigns. It's good to see him get a bit of ring time here to see what he can do with his 3-move arsenal that he does have. The punch, the kick, and the leg drop. And I guess you could say the body slam as well. And Hulk Hogan now working away on Roman Reigns, but you know it's going to be broken up. That's one of the things of tag teams. They just love to get in the ring and break up every single predicament, no matter what it is, no matter how small it is. They'll break up everything. And Hulk Hogan going again. As you can see, Seth Rollins getting in the ring and quickly getting to the rope break, though. So ineffective submission there by Hulk Hogan on Roman Reigns. And like I said, big matches to come as well, so stick around. Of course, if you want to check out a specific matchup, I don't know if I mentioned this one earlier, but you can go in the description down below and it'll have all the match times down below. So if you want to skip ahead and watch specific matches, what a powerbomb from Seth Rollins to Jack Swagger. I don't know if you guys were paying attention out there, but Seth Rollins just drilled Jack Swagger on the outside with a beautiful powerbomb. Yeah, if you want to go in the link in the description down below, you can click on a specific matchup that you would like to see. There's still quite a lot of matches to come, so you can skip ahead to any match that you would be interested in watching if you don't want to watch all the matches. So just do that down below. As I think the Shield is starting to get a bit of momentum here. They're starting to kind of wear down Hulk Hogan a bit, but then, as I say, that Hulk Hogan takes down Seth Rollins, and he might be looking to get a tag here to Swagger. Puts Seth Rollins in the corner, and here comes Jack Swagger, who will be looking to impress Hulk Hogan here. A big tag team title win will certainly bring Hulk Hogan back in the title picture, and when the WWE picture, no doubt about that. But I think he probably has to win here, Hulk Hogan, to get a job, to earn himself a job here. Otherwise, this could be the last we see of the Hulkster, as Swagger, beautiful belly to belly, just throwing him over the top there. And now he might be trying to bring Hulk Hogan back in, perhaps. As no, Seth Rollins with a nice little counter there. And Hulk Hogan and Jack Swagger teaming up. So some good teamwork from these two guys, who are two new guys thrown together as a tag team in the last minute, you would have to assume. Because I'm pretty sure, I doubt Hulk Hogan was the first guy that Swagger went to. Here's a quick roll-up. He got it! Seth Rollins, beautiful counter, and steals a quick victory, beating the Shield, Jack Swagger, the Shield win, and I don't know how, wow, just out of nowhere, Seth Rollins, beautiful counter, and all of a sudden, the Shield have retained their championship belts. Hulk Hogan tried to run in there for the save, but he was too slow, as to be expected from an old man, but he was just too slow, and Jack Swagger has lost it for his team. The Real Americans, or version number 2, couldn't get it done, and Hulk Hogan's fairy tale return is all over. As you can see, Hulk Hogan half a second too late, as the Shield steal a victory and remain the WWE Tag Team Champions. And Hulk Hogan, he didn't lose it, but the Real Americans lost it, and that's very unfortunate for Hulk Hogan, who would have, I'm sure, loved to be Tag Team Champion after tonight and earn himself a job back here in the WWE, but that's just not to be. And there's poor Jack Swagger. He's no longer has a partner for anything now. He's lost Cesaro, he's lost Hulk Hogan. What's next for Jack Swagger? I'd have to say probably a singles career. I think he might pursue the Intercontinental Championship or something along those lines in the near future. We'll have to wait and see what is in store for Jack Swagger next up. But what I do know is the Shield of the Tag Team Champions, and next up is the I Quit matchup, which will be Rey Mysterio going up against his former tag team partner in Sin Cara, and this is sure to be very personal and very brutal. Alrighty, so we are getting ready for this next matchup as we see Justin Roberts is in the ring now, and once again, I don't know what's the deal. I mean, Justin Roberts is in the ring. He's not announcing anything. I don't know. They really need to kind of fix that up. That's a bit of an annoying glitch or something, a bit of a fault in the system there. They need to kind of fix that up because he's just standing there miming nothing. I don't know, but he was meant to say this is going to be an I Quit match. The only way you can win is by making your opponent say the words, I quit. And here comes the man that betrayed his tag team partner, dressed in red and blue. Here comes Rey Mysterio. And why he betrayed his tag team partner, I honestly do not know. We still don't know why he did it and what he did it for, but he's decided he wants to move away from Sin Cara and go ahead and maybe pursue a singles career. And he's, well, he is a bit of a veteran now. He's getting up there in age, but I don't know how much longer he's got left. Maybe he realizes that, hey, I don't want to be known as a tag team guy at the twilight years of my career. I want to finish my career strong, and maybe that's exactly what he wants to do. He doesn't want to be matched up with Sin Cara, Sin Cara, to be fair, has had a better run than Rey Mysterio in our Universe mode. Rey Mysterio honestly has achieved all of nothing. Really, nothing. He's really got nothing to show for himself in our Universe mode. I don't even know if he's had a pay-per-view match yet. This could be actually his first pay-per-view matchup. I don't know, but Sin Cara he's had a few decent matches in the mid-card division, and I don't know, the Luchadors just haven't really made any waves in the tag team division up until recently, and then when they started to look like perhaps they could make a tag team title run, they decided to call it quits. Rey Mysterio attacking Sin Cara, then they, of course, tried to team up again, try to settle their differences again, and they versed off against the Shield and they lost. And that was all she wrote after that. We pretty much knew that the Luchadors were done after that. And it's good to see the old purple lighting, the whole mystic lighting for Mystico Sin Cara is back. Jeez, I'm so glad they brought that one back. Oh, I love the little purple lighting around the ring and the bright yellow. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I hate it. That was sarcasm before. I hate this stupid lighting. I don't know why they brought it back for this game. And good old Rey Mysterio wrestling in a good shirt there. It's good to see him in top shape. It's good to see his knees have held out this long as well. I'm surprised. And we'll have to wait and see how many moves Sin Cara botches in this matches as well. Alright, well, we'll stop with the jokes. We'll stop with messing around with these two. This is an I Quit matchup. We could see this one get a bit brutal. I think this one's a little bit personal now between these two guys. I think they're simply just a bit pissed off at each other. They, had an opportunity to kind of make some moves in the tag team division, but just didn't quite accomplish it. Sin Cara is kicking his way into the back of Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio returns the favor with a nice little spinning kick there. You know this is going to be a high-flying matchup between these two guys. That's exactly their style. These guys are going to know each other's styles inside and out, at the back of their hand. After teaming for so long, they're certainly going to know how each other, all their moves and how each other, work. And Sin Cara, well, you can see there, Rey Mysterio went for a reversal. Sin Cara reversed that. So, pretty much just backing up my point right there, that these two guys just simply know each other from the back of their hand. And, the tag team division, you could argue, is in a bit of trouble now. We have two top-tier teams have now dropped out. We need to replace those teams. We need to look towards the future of our division. And I think we're pretty comfortable. I got some ideas coming through. And you guys did leave me some ideas of potential tag teams, which I actually really did like. I liked some of the creativity that you guys did give me, which I thought was pleasantly surprising. Normally, you get the usual tag teams, but you guys actually came up with some good names and some good potential tag teams. But I'll have to certainly consider those. You have to kind of look at what are currently these guys doing. If they're not doing anything, maybe we can throw them together as a tag team. Or are they in sort of getting a singles run, or they're potentially getting a singles opportunity at a championship belt? Or do they already have a tag team already? You kind of look at those factors, and you kind of look at all those factors and weigh them all in, and then you can decide if it is best to throw two guys together as a tag team. But some of you guys, give me some tag teams, guys that have already got championship belts and things like that. Kind of need to look at guys who are all free up and got nothing to do. As Mysterio continues to pound away on Sin Cara, who here he really has got the advantage here and the momentum here. He really wants to send a message, I would say, to the locker room. He's asking the referee to see if Sin Cara wants to quit here. And so far, not so good for Sin Cara. Sin Cara is in big trouble. He's in big trouble. Uh-oh. Sin Cara has quit. Well, that didn't last long, did it? It lasted about as long as he can stay healthy. And that's about it for this I Quit match. I actually thought this one would get some nice toys in, some ladders and chairs and things like that. Maybe some tables, but unfortunately, just a quick matchup here. Sin Cara not lasting very long. Rey Mysterio getting the job done. A quick matchup here, I would assume, to send a message to everyone in the back saying, look, I'm not quite done yet. I've still got some more left in the tank. I know I haven't had a good run so far, but now this is my opportunity to go from here and perhaps pursue a championship belt. Maybe the United States Championship, or hell, even the WWE Championship. We know we are looking for a contender if CM Punk can't get it done, and we'll have to wait and see. But speaking of CM Punk and Brock Lesnar, that match is coming up soon, but well done to Rey Mysterio. He managed to get the job done, beating his former friend Sin Cara and former tag team partner. So that's a big win for Rey Mysterio. We'll have to wait and see in the next few episodes of Universe Mode where that indeed does go. But for now, we have the next matchup, which will be Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman, and he will take on CM Punk for the WWE Championship. But first of all, we need to go back. Let's go back and check out how exactly this match all came about and what exactly has been happening over the past few weeks on Monday Night Raw. Let's go check it out.
So at Night of Champions, I get my opportunity. I get my opportunity to prove to everybody that I still am the best in the world. John Cena couldn't beat Brock Lesnar. And I beat Cena, I beat The Rock, and I beat Daniel Bryan. I beat everybody there is to beat here on this show. Not only am I going to beat Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions, I'm going to put an end to the Authority. I'm going to take back the WWE Championship and put it back where it belongs, in the hands of the people and not the hands of the Authority. Brock Lesnar, I'm walking out WWE Champion, and that's a fact. Alrighty, you've just seen the promo for the match. Now let's get straight into it. Comes the champ, the WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar, accompanied by none other than the General Manager of Raw, Paul Heyman. And this is going to be one hell of a test for CM Punk tonight as he takes on the Beast, Brock Lesnar, who ever since he's come back to the WWE at Vengeance, he has been on a rampage and has been unstoppable. Of course, his first pay-per-view matchup, he won the WWE Championship, and ever since, nobody's been able to stop him. And he won the championship at Money in the Bank, defended it successfully against John Cena. Of course, he won it from John Cena, then he beat John Cena again at SummerSlam.
and successfully defended the championship. And CM Punk earned his way into this match thanks to a fatal 4-way matchup. He defeated John Cena, The Rock, and Daniel Bryan in a match to earn his way into the #1 contendership role for the WWE Championship. And he vowed that he was going to get the WWE Championship back, and he was going to put it back in the hands of the people. He was going to bring it back to where it belongs, and that is then the hands of the people, and not in the hands of the Authority, who really have been running rampant on this show. I mean, Paul Heyman is now the new general manager, Triple H the COO, Vince McMahon the CEO, Brock Lesnar the WWE Champion, and The Shield, the Tag Team Champions, as backup and their bodyguards. Really, the Authority is almost virtually unstoppable right now. I mean, if CM Punk doesn't win tonight, who steps up? Who steps up to take CM Punk's spot? Really, The Rock hasn't won a match for a long time. In fact, hasn't won a big profile matchup since Vengeance. Daniel Bryan had a couple opportunities for the World Heavyweight Championship. He's been close, but missed out on many times on getting himself into that world title spot again. And since he's come to Raw, hasn't really impressed that much. He's got a couple of wins over Kane, but really hasn't done much else. So I think we're in a bit of trouble here. Honestly, I think if CM Punk doesn't get the job done, then I could say that the WWE is in big trouble, because I don't see anybody else stepping up to beat Brock Lesnar. Maybe the Authority will just hold the championship for as long as they want, because I can't see anybody beating Brock. Unless, maybe Kane can string together some wins or something. Or somebody comes back over from SmackDown or something. I don't know. But at the moment, all the signs are kind of pointing towards Brock Lesnar retaining and the Authority holding onto this championship for a long time. Because, hell, even if CM Punk wins, he could just be easily stripped from the championship, because Paul Heyman, Triple H, and Vince all have the power. 3 of them have all the power you could ever want up their sleeves. So it's not looking good for anybody at the moment. But who it is looking good for is Brock Lesnar, who is the champion and now is just suplexing Punk away. And I mean, Brock Lesnar, I think he honestly just deserves to be the champion. Beat John Cena cleanly. There was no interruptions, and defended his championship cleanly, no interruptions, at SummerSlam. So honestly, he certainly deserves to be the champ. Paul Heyman out here to support him here tonight, just in case anything goes down. But at the moment, Lesnar looking pretty good, and I honestly do fear. I mean, I fear if Brock Lesnar retains, that there will be nobody of any recognizable competition to step up and take on Brock. Who knows what's going to happen, but we'll have to wait and see. Who knows who's going to step up, because we've all been waiting for The Rock to try and step up and get it done, but he just hasn't been able to do that. Kane couldn't win the big one. Chris Jericho, who was on Raw, had numerous opportunities, couldn't win the big one. So there's a lot of them that have been close, but not close enough. And very interesting situation we have on our hands right now as CM Punk fights to try and stay alive in this match. I think this is going to be an absolute classic here in our Universe mode. And we've seen some short matches tonight. Haven't really had a big long match. I wonder if we can get this big long epic matchup out of one of these 2 main events. Of course, the next matchup and the final matchup on the card will be the Big Show taking on Mark Henry for the World Heavyweight Championship. For the first time ever, SmackDown will be headlining, will be main eventing a pay-per-view. It's about damn time, as CM Punk is thrown in the corner by Lesnar. So interesting that the Authority didn't give Lesnar the main event, but I think it's about time we saw SmackDown get a chance, as CM Punk has Lesnar up. Oh, GTS! CM Punk could be the new champ. He's going to look to put him away early on. Here we go. Lesnar's got to kick out, and Heyman on the ropes, and the referee sees it, and he says, nope, get out of here. And Lesnar survives. The Paul Heyman factor has kicked into gear. We know Paul Heyman. We know what he can do. We know what he's like. And he's just saved his client Brock Lesnar from a possible defeat there from the GTS, from CM Punk. Now Lesnar looks to, throws CM Punk across the ring. Now looks to try and take advantage of the advantage that he was just given. So early on in this matchup, as Lesnar goes for a cover and no luck to start this one off. And Punk went for an attempted dropkick there. And I mean, the WWE Championship scene has been really, really interesting and entertaining over the course of our universe mode. Honestly, I mean, we've had some great matches. We've had CM Punk and John Cena. Probably have one shocker of a match, and that was Cena and The Miz at Over the Limit. That was a shocker. Then we had Cena and CM Punk again at Vengeance. And then I think after that was Money in the Bank. So we had Lesnar and Cena. And honestly, and of course Lesnar and Cena again at SummerSlam. So honestly, I mean, the WWE Championship I think has probably produced some of the best matches. As Paul Heyman's was up there distracting the referee as Lesnar had a submission hold in. I mean, we've had some great matches of the WWE Championship, and I think the World Heavyweight Championship has produced some great matches as well. So it's great to see the two world titles kind of producing. And I think this match has been pretty good so far as Punk goes to the outside and Lesnar, nice little counter there. And Lesnar's been all over Punk at the moment. I mean, Punk did hit a GTS very early on, but I was actually surprised that he actually hit that. If there was no Paul Heyman, we could have had a new WWE Champion, but it was very early in the match. I think Lesnar perhaps could have kicked out as, once again, Heyman up on the rope as soon as CM Punk had an opportunity to grab a pinfall. He's not going to let his client go down that easy, that's for sure. And, Heyman's out of here. The referee telling Heyman to get the hell out of here. I guess 3 strikes and you're out. And I think that was his 3rd strike. And now it's all up to Lesnar to do it by himself. The referee just ordered the GM of Raw to get the hell out of here. I suppose this isn't a Raw episode, so the GM doesn't have any rights here. As Brock Lesnar is in big trouble here. And I don't know. He's looking. It might tap here. I think he's going to tap. No, he fights out, has he? Yes, he throws Punk over. And he stays alive in this match somehow. As Punk, nice little maneuver there as he goes to the outside once again. Hits that elbow from the apron. Flying over the top of the ropes. And Lesnar with a takedown, going for a pin. Oh, just a 2 count there. Punk reverses. And another 2 count. We go for another one. Ooh, another 2 count as Lesnar gets out of the predicament there. Very close matchup so far. Very hard to pick a winner from what we've seen so far. But Punk has the momentum at the moment as Lesnar is on the ground. But nice little counter there from Lesnar. And, I mean, where's the authority going to go with this? As Lesnar hits an F5, that's it. It's all over. Lesnar's going to retain. Here we go. There's no Heyman or anything. Nobody to distract. And Punk kicks out. CM Punk is kicked out at 2. You've got to be kidding me. CM Punk stays alive. Lesnar hit the F5. Not enough to beat CM Punk. And he stays alive in this epic match. Wow. What a start. As Lesnar throws CM Punk over the top. And goes for another pinfall here. And that's it. Brock Lesnar gets the job done. And he has defeated CM Punk. And, well, I guess the F5 did the job. And he just finished him off there nicely. And look at that. Get out of here. Well, it was a good match. Nice little quick match. Not as long as I expected. Well, it was probably about 8 or so minutes or something like that. But CM Punk unable to beat the Beast Brock Lesnar. Once again retaining his WWE Championship. With a lot of help from Paul Heyman though. Paul Heyman certainly was a big factor in this matchup. And unfortunately for CM Punk, once again, not able to get it done. And Lesnar retains. So what does this mean now? I mean, honestly, does this mean that, well, who's going to be the next guy to step up to take on Brock Lesnar for the championship? Was it going to be Daniel Bryan or The Rock, the other 2 guys in that contenders match? As we know, Cena's had an opportunity. Or will it be someone different? Someone new to step up? Will it be Kane? I don't know. Will it be someone else we haven't seen or don't expect? I guess we're going to find out all that and much, much more in the next episode of Raw, but all I know at the moment is Brock Lesnar is still the WWE Champion. What a match.
Do you know that it's not okay? No, not again. 'Cause I won't hear your voice. My dreams come true.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the newest member of the SmackDown roster, Chris Jericho.
Tomorrow is
So it's going to be Chris Jericho taking on Mark Henry for one-on-one here tonight on SmackDown.
lock me into a
Jericho's got Henry in the walls. Is Henry going to tap out?
lie where I can see the light with these eyes.
Jericho has just pinned the world champion.
We'll be watching them falling slowly one by one.
Just because you're on my show, Chris, doesn't mean you're going to automatically win the world title. If you want that world title, you're going to have to go through me first. Fine with me. Let's make it official. Me and you tonight on SmackDown.
Do you worry about the days ahead of us? 'Cause you won't hear my voice. I'll stay with you with nothing left to lose. All the letters of all the things we've never done. But I don't have no choice. I'll steal it all in the end. With these eyes, the stars refuse to shine. We'll be watching them falling.
In the KO punch, Chris Jericho just got knocked out.
And if it rains, we'll finally slip away. We'll be watching them falling, drifting one by one. If all we are is lost, we'll find another way to have it all. But I will lose it all if the only thing I have is you and I.
Alright, you've seen the promo for it, now let's get straight into this match. Here we go. The main event of Night of Champions. Here he is, the World Heavyweight Champion, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. And man, he has been plowing through everybody. He's been absolutely unstoppable ever since he got that World Heavyweight Championship belt around his waist. And honestly, I can't see him losing tonight. I mean, he's just been the man. He's beaten Big Show before. I think he can do it again. I thought if Chris Jericho could get himself in the main event, then he would have a big, his championship would be in big jeopardy. But the Big Show managed to get it done, managed to get his way into that championship matchup here tonight, as you saw in the promo video just then. And honestly, it's looking like Mark Henry can beat the Big Show. He's got a good record against the Big Show, but Big Show, you got to hand it to him. Never gave up, never quit. He lost his World Heavyweight Championship not long ago at Money. He lost it at Money in the Bank, so a couple of months ago, and ever since he's kind of been, I don't know, in a bit of limbo, kind of winning here and there, getting himself in these big matches, but not quite getting it done, not quite sealing the deal. And of course, he had a rematch against Sheamus after he lost his World Championship to Sheamus, and he lost again. And of course, after that, Mark Henry cashed in on Sheamus, and Henry cashed in successfully and won the World Heavyweight Championship from Sheamus. And ever since, Mark Henry has held the championship belt. And honestly, I can't see him losing it here tonight. That's my prediction. But it's been a good run from Mark Henry so far, and I can really see it continuing here post Night of Champions. And that championship belt, honestly, it looks pretty good around Mark Henry. But that's not to say the Big Show can't do it. I mean, he's 450 pounds, 7 foot tall. He is the man, and he could quite comfortably go toe-to-toe with Mark Henry. Probably the only guy who really can. match Mark Henry for size in terms of weight-wise and probably strength-wise as well. You know, Big Show's a big, strong guy. Mark Henry, of course, the world's strongest man. So, bit of an even matchup here. Big Show just kind of dominates Mark Henry in height-wise. That's it. And, I mean, like I said, Big Show coming into this match impressed me because he did beat Chris Jericho 2 times. Once again, Chris Jericho kind of proving the point that he just can't win the big one. He had an opportunity to get himself in the main event. He actually beat Mark Henry on a SmackDown. We thought, alright, Chris Jericho versus Mark Henry at Night of Champions. Big Show didn't want any of that, and he wanted an opportunity at Mark Henry again. And Chris Jericho said, alright, yeah, let's decide whoever wins will take on Mark Henry. And that's exactly what happened. Big Show won. He won in a singles match, and then the next week we had a rematch to make an official number 1 contenders matchup and a Falls Count Anywhere match, and the Big Show got it done once again. So unfortunately for Chris Jericho, I don't know what it is about him. He just can't seem to win the big matchup. But it's not about Chris Jericho at the moment. It's about Mark Henry, who just drilled the Big Show's shoulder into that steel post, and looking good here for Mark Henry early on. And another guy that's kind of been a big disappointment, just like The Rock. You could say Sheamus is the Rock of SmackDown. Ever since he lost the World Championship, he's been losing everything. Just every matchup, you name it, he's been losing. So he's in a bit of a losing rut ever since he lost his championship. And that's a bit of a shame to see, because he was really up the top. He earned his way into that championship matchup. He was the first guy to finally beat the Big Show for the championship belt, who held it for many months. And unfortunately for Sheamus, he wasn't able to hang on to it, and quickly lost it ever since then. And we did have a triple threat match at SummerSlam, Big Show, Sheamus, and Mark Henry, where Mark Henry obviously won that one. And he looked very good in that matchup. He had a very, very good tactic, and it worked to perfection. I wonder if he can get that tactic into place into this matchup, as Big Show just threw Mark Henry across the ring. I don't know if he'll be able to do that in the real, but it is a video game. We'll just keep it at that. But Mark Henry, obviously the stronger of the two, as you can see there, and just tripping Big Show off his legs. That's a good idea for Henry. Get Big Show off his feet. Even though Henry's a big man, getting the 7-foot-tall giant off his feet is the way to go. And there's a huge headbutt there from the Big Show. First time, I'm pretty sure it's the first time we had the World Heavyweight Championship main event at pay-per-view. I'm almost certain. I have a feeling maybe it over the limit, maybe not. As Mark Henry's got the Big Show up. Oh, what a power slam. What a move from Henry. This is it. And Big Show kicks out. We know that he's resilient. We know it takes 1,000 moves to get the Big Show down and out. As we saw the Chris Jericho match, where he went through code breaker, through code breaker, and then the walls of Jericho, after the walls of Jericho, and he still won the match with one single punch. So we know he's like that. And I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've had the world title main event of pay-per-view. As Mark Henry, I think he might be looking to put the Big Show away here. He's got him up. Uh-oh. Oh, world's strongest slam. Is he going to go for the pin? He is. Here we go. Big Show kicks out. Does he? No. Oh, he kicks out. I thought that was 3. Oh, what a headbutt from Henry. I honestly thought that was a 3 count for sure. And Big Show survives, once again proving my point of how resilient and how hard he is to beat. And Mark Henry not able to get it done. Oh my goodness, Big Show staying alive in this one. As Henry is dominating right now. He's another cover. And Big Show kicks out at 1. Big Show needs to kind of regain himself here to get back in this matchup. It's really just been all Mark Henry at the moment. But we know what the Big Show's like. It just takes one KO punch and he can win the World Championship just like that. So that's a bit of a problem that Mark Henry needs to watch out for. But the Big Show has Henry out, and he throws Henry back in the ring. 2 giants going at it. Here's a cover. And a kick out at 1 there from Henry. Gonna have to do a lot more than that to take down Henry, is the Big Show. And, nice move from the Big Show again. And it's interesting to say who will step in if we did the same kind of analysis last time of the World Championship, WWE Championship. Who will step in if Big Show loses tonight? I mean, we have Ryback coming up the ranks. We have Chris Jericho still up there. Dolph Ziggler, Alberto Del Rio. So we do have some good competition coming through. I think Cody Rhodes is up there as well. So very interesting situation with the world title scene as the Big Show has Mark Henry up, but Henry counters and using that knee to drive it into, I think, more of the side or lower back of the Big Show. And Mark Henry goes for a cover, and Big Show will kick out again or two. So I think the World Championship scene is quite comfortable for talent there. There's plenty of guys there for use and plenty of potential challenges there for Mark Henry if Big Show can't get it done. And Mark Henry just struggling a little bit here. I mean, the Big Show got a bit of offense in there, trying to come back into this matchup, but Mark Henry once again pounding away on the Big Show, looking good as he just throws the Big Show up. And what's he got? Oh, nice little suplex there from Henry. He might try to get him in the middle of the ring. We've talked about this before, how big the Big Show is. You really got to drag him in the middle of the ring. As what's Henry going to do here? Oh, the splash. 2, 3. Yes, he's got it. Henry wins. Mark Henry with the big splash has done enough to beat the Big Show. I thought the Big Show might have just kicked out there, but he didn't. Mark Henry with the 3 count, and he is still the World Heavyweight Champion once again, proving his dominance on our Universe mode. I mean, who can stop Mark Henry, honestly? He is an absolute machine, and he's just inducted the Big Show into the Hall of Pain once again. What a match there. What a show. I mean, we're kind of being spoiled for choice leading into the next few weeks in the build-up towards Hell in a Cell. Be very interesting to see what happens in the build-up towards Hell in a Cell. So don't miss a single episode of Universe Mode leading in towards Hell in a Cell. I thank you guys for coming out here and enjoying the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. For watching the video, I thank you guys, and I hope you guys have been enjoying all the Universe Mode videos so far. And if you want to leave in the comments section down below, what was your favorite match? What match did you think was the best? I would appreciate that, and as well as leaving a like would be awesome. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet and you're new to the channel, you got to hit that subscribe button, or you could miss out on the next few episodes of Universe Mode. It's the best way to keep in touch with me. And of course, if you want to follow me on Twitter, BrendenPlayz would be a good idea as well. That's it, guys. Henry walks out as the champion. I hope you guys enjoyed Night of Champions. Thanks, guys. I'm out.